किसी ने पूछा कि आपकी वर्दी का रंग खाकी क्यों है, क्या बताऊं उसको कि मेरी तो धरती माँ का रंग, मिट्टी का रंग खाकी है। तो खाकी इज द एसेंस। जितने भी पैन इंडिया पुलिस ऑफिसर्स देयर आर, पुलिस यूनिट्स देयर आर, ऑफ कोर्स।
Sir, if I ask you this question, that if you want to relive one moment of your past, not because you want to change something, but because of the happiness that you gained in that moment was so intense, what would that moment be?
Hey Lord, let me go back to my mama's lap. पंछी नदियाँ पवन के झोंके, कोई सरहद इन्हें ना रोके, सरहदें इंसानों के लिए बोलो मैंने और तुमने क्या पाया इंसान। Bruce Lee once said, I'm not afraid of a person who knows 10,000 types of kick, but I'm afraid of a person who has practiced one kick 10,000 times.
Oh.
Right?
Singham or the bunk? Economics or history? Khaki or suit?
Always khaki.
Rich or legend? Sir, I have to ask you this. Like in a lot of movies and shows, we are shown that, police officers do use hard languages or let's say profanity. How true is that, sir?
See, we have to be tough. I undoubtedly say, because as a criminal, when I sit and investigate and when I interrogate to someone who's a criminal, it's not very fancy job, and I'll just tell him that what have you done, and he will just say out very easily. So you have to have some tough stance, and when you are dealing in law and order problem, when lots of unfancy thing is going on, when mob is there, then you have to have a tough body language and stand. I still remember, when I did my training, I'll share with your viewers also. When I did my training and I was ASP Kangra, so my mother visited me. For 2 days I could not meet because I was, goes without saying, I was a young officer, I was supposed to work. We've been just working and there was some assignment going on.
Okay.
So third day, I met her on the breakfast table. So I was in my uniform. So I was just coming down from the stairs and she was sitting there. She stood up and she graced me. Blessings di unhone mujhe. And I said, Mama, what is this? I was a good academician.
Okay.
I was like, मैं तो research में जाना चाहता था. आपने मुझे पुलिस में डाल दिया, हो गया. And मेरे मुंह से निकला, it's a tough job.
Okay.
She said, sit. She said, बेटा, you feel it's a tough job. भगवान को पता था कि ये व्यक्ति टफ है, तभी इसको टफ जॉब दी. मुझे क्यों नहीं दी, आपको क्यों दी? That day I realized, and till the time I'm into my service, tough jobs are meant for tough people. We are tough. We are the chosen one. Right? So it's a tough job. You have to be mentally, you have to be physically, you have to be emotionally tough. But in your heart, it should be soft enough to deliver.
Okay.
That's important.
Okay. Sir, we have also heard stories that, you've been crowded very many times by girls especially. Do you want to share that? Like, when did that happen then?
See, I don't know where these stories have been coming from, but no, I am a police officer. We normally get crowded during law and order issues or wherever we visit. Small instances happen when I was like my ASP or something, you visited colleges or you visited schools. So people just try to come in and ask, sir, आप कैसे बने? हमें भी कुछ ज्ञान दो. So this has happened several times. But police officers do not get crowded. They take care of the crowds.
Okay, sir. So, World Book of Records London has recently given you letter of appreciation while you're serving as SP Batti. What do you want to say about that? How do you feel?
I don't know. This again, some citation was sent by some local people here.
Okay.
We don't work for awards or rewards. Okay. It's very simple. I told you, the gestures, the things which are in the mind, and the attitude is to serve people. And Batti is a jewel of Himachal. You have lots of issues which needs your address, which needs to be addressed. You have migrant population, you have industries, you have contribution to the GDP of the state. So when you try to deliver, when you try to address these issues, people recognize. And specifically, what we have done in BBN is we have got a dome of CCTV cameras, which is helping us prevent the crime and then to crack to the crime. cracking down to the crime. So things have been good. Team is working, and this kind of appreciation is for the team, not for me individually.
Sir, if I ask you this question, that if you want to relive one moment of your past, not because you want to change something, but because of the happiness that you gained in that moment was so intense, what would that moment be?
Hey Lord, let me go back to my mama's lap. माँ की गोदी में जाने से अच्छा कोई moment नहीं हो सकता.
Okay.
So I'll pray, if, as you say, which is, of course, it's impossible.
Yeah.
But in your thought process, you go back, you become child, and you knock to the door, and your mama comes, and you just hug her, and you are into her lap.
Yeah.
And being child, Sadhguru also says, Shri Shri Ji also says, बच्चे हैं तो बचे हुए हैं.
Okay.
Right? And I follow some of the spiritual leaders. Okay. So, if I am given that chance, what would be in my mother's lap? That's it. Okay. Because childhood is a metaphor. We are into a stage which is innocent.
Okay.
And when we are innocent, we are near to the God.
Okay.
Right? What is the problem in the society? We are all selfish.
Yeah.
We want easy money.
Yeah.
Why crime is there?
Yeah.
We cannot tolerate. The level of egos are very high. Yeah. Gradually, when we grow up, we lose our innocence. We lose that purity.
Yeah.
Right? We forget to have a gratitude. We forget to say thank you. We do not forgive.
Yeah.
Right? बोझ चढ़ जाता है. पंछी नदियाँ पवन के झोंके कोई सरहद इन्हें ना रोके सरहदें इंसानों के लिए बोलो मैंने और तुमने क्या पाया इंसानों को. This is the problem.
Amazing, sir. Sir, I'm sure you've met lots of police officers of different states. What is the difference that you feel the Himachal police in comparison to the police officers of other states?
See, किसी ने पूछा कि आपकी वर्दी का रंग खाकी क्यों है? क्या बताऊं उसको कि मेरी तो धरती माँ का रंग मिट्टी का रंग खाकी है.
Yeah,
तो खाकी is the essence.
Okay.
जितने भी pan India police officers there are, police units there are. Of course, we need grooming, we need training. With changing times, police has to update. If you're not updated, you're outdated, right?
Yes,
but when you meet police throughout the country, different police organizations have their own USPs. Some are technically advanced, some are professionally advanced, some are good in investigation, some can deal law and order. So rather than reinventing the wheel, we try to learn from each other, right? Union Home Minister is very keen that we should have the best and smart policing throughout the country. Yeah. And I'm sure the time is not far that we'll have good, sensitive, smart police officers. Yeah. But as far as Himachal is concerned, my police is best. It's not I am Himachali or I serve in Himachal. Yeah. It's a feedback. It's a general feedback. It's a general perception.
Okay.
We talk good.
Okay.
We are very liberal. Okay. But we are at the same time very, very sound professionals. Okay. Hardly any case or something that goes haywire. Otherwise, we crack the cases.
Okay.
Right? Small unit, but very motivated.
Sir, crimes are happening everywhere in the country, everywhere in the world. If I ask you, what crime do you want, if you have the power to stop one crime everywhere in the world, what crime would you want stopped ASAP? See, one crime you can stop.
As a police officer, I will never want that crime should happen,
Okay.
Right? It's not the crime.
Yeah.
You need to cut off. It's a criminal mentality. Yeah. You need to work on that. Yeah. Why people turn out to be criminal.
Yeah.
You never want crime against women. You never want crime against property. You never want crime against life.
Yeah.
Right? Don't want accidents happening. Don't want narcotics to be delivered. It's a social problem. So we as a society have to work. We have to cut down on the criminal mentality, criminal approach, criminal attitude. That mechanism that works.
Yeah.
So my target would be rather that approach and mechanism, that attitude and criminality.
Okay.
If that is controlled, of course, A feeds the B. Yeah. So B, crime doesn't happen.
Okay. Sir, imagine that you are in a room filled with criminals who have committed heinous crimes. What would you want to tell them?
We go and visit inmates at the jails.
Okay.
We meet criminals around. I tell you, no one, like most of them doesn't wanted to be criminals.
Okay.
You know, sometimes it's part of the movement. Sometimes you could not control your rage or anger. Sometimes it happened.
Okay.
Then you repent. Right? Criminals are not bad persons. It's just at that point of time, on that one day, they did not perform, or they performed adversely. So that's why our jails are called correctional centers.
Yeah.
They're not jails anymore, they're correctional centers. We want these people to be corrected and to join the mainstream again. You know, they should not be aloof. They have their families, they have their own life. They should come back and join and live what the other citizens of the country are enjoying as per the constitution.
Yeah.
This is it.
Okay, sir. Sir, if you have a chance to go out on a lunch or have a little chat with anybody, living or dead, who would you want that person to have that chat with?
Lots of people, you know, you've been inspired. Historical people, contemporary people.
Who has inspired you the most?
Lots of things, you know. My first, when I was a kid, my first inspiration, foremost inspiration, and perpetual inspiration has been by my dad.
Okay.
You see him working day in and day out. You just say, "Papa, आपको ये, मेरे को ये चाहिए."
Yeah.
Next moment you find it's there.
Yeah.
Never slapped you. Right? He always encouraged you. Yeah. Your good times, your family was there. Dad, mom was there. Your dad was standing with you. Your bad times, they were there.
Yeah.
Personalities were not there. When I had bad time or tough time, my parents were there. My family was there. My family is there. Right? नहीं डर था मुझे तूफानी लहरों का, विश्वास था मुझे अपनी माँ की दुआओं का. तो your family is there. If I'm given a chance, every day, every time, though they stay somewhere else, if I'm given a chance, the first and foremost lunch or dinner I would prefer having with my parents, you know.
Okay.
Because they are who brought you to this world. They are been sustaining your life. Otherwise, there are a very good number of personality. You know, there are scientists. I would love to have lunch with Tesla.
Okay.
He was an amazing brain.
Yeah.
I would love to have lunch with Subhash Chandra Bose ji.
Amazing.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. I would love to have lunch with Amitabh ji, though I met him during my training days.
Okay.
These are phenomenal people.
Yeah.
You, even with their sight and sitting with them, try and learn things.
Yes, sir.
The foremost will be my parents, you know.
Okay. And finally, sir, what piece of advice would you like to give to the youth of this country?
See, my advice will be very fair and simple, right? Country looks up to you.
Yeah.
Your society looks up to you. Your parents look up to you. And life is very precious. We have a life which is bracketed.
Yeah.
X and 1 till N. 70 years or 60 years or I don't know. Every person. We are not immortal beings. So try to give back to this life. बहुत जन्म बिछड़े थे माँ तो आपके जन्म अपने हवाले, देश के हवाले, whatever it is. सिपाही बने, अच्छे बिजनेसमैन बने, स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन बने, नशे से दूर रहें. बिकॉज जिसका एंड फेटल है, जिसका एंड ज़ीरो है, वो उसकी लाइफ टाइम में आपको कुछ सपोर्ट मज़ा देता, दैट इज़ ज़ीरो. राइट? And take care of your parents, take care of the society, wonderful society, take care of your family. Life is very fair. Deal it fair.
Okay. So we've introduced this fun round by the end of the show.
Right.
I'll be giving you an option, you just have to choose one of them.
Right.
Okay, sir. So mountain or beach?
Beach.
City or village?
Village.
Flora or fauna?
Both.
Singham or the bunk?
Sensitive.
Sensitive. Economics or history?
Both.
Khaki or suit?
Always khaki.
Rich or legend?
Serving.
So, lathi or gun?
Pen.
Friend or best friend?
Friend in need.
Friend in need. Sunrise or moonlight? Both. Also finally, Kullu and Ambala.
See, both. Again, Kullu is my birthplace. Himachal is my Karam Bhumi.
Yeah.
Janam Bhumi. Ambala is my Bachpan Sthan. So, it's India, that is.
It's India, that's
Bharat.
That was Mohit Chawla, IPS officer of 2010 batch. I would like to thank sir again for this wonderful conversation. As for you guys, we'll be coming next week with another new guest. So stay tuned. This is Vaibhav Bhardwaj signing off. Stay positive, spread love.
कितनी देर की हमने?
Let's go.